Okay, bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, in this time, I wanna tell you about my last presentation in this semester about why English can be an international language. Okay, let's start. The first reason: legacy of colonialism. English can be an international language is based by the history of British colonialism. England, which had the largest colonial territory, influenced the expansion of it spoken by colonial nations. In the British colonies, English, developed as it was used in discussion about peace, religion, trade, migration, ideas, book, and so on. Soldiers, colonists, and sailors were scattered in this area also spread the English language. Therefore, on the other side, countries that were never colonized by British or colonized by other nations such as Spain, the Netherlands, Portugal, and French were not as fast as the British colonies to adopt this utility of this language. The utility of English and other regional language by the community later will give rise to a new type of English with its own characteristic, such as English of Pidgin and Creole, something like that. Therefore, people still use English, although it is slightly different. The second reason: the Industrial Revolution in England. England is known as a colonial state in other countries. Apart from that, as the ruler of the world at that time, it was a developed country. Almost every continent has a colony, so English got spread and many people in colonial countries learned it. In the 18th century, there was an industrial revolution in England. At that time, the country made various production machines, one of which was a machine for textile production, which of course was needed by people from all over the world because everyone wore clothes, right? Well, at that time, the manual for using the machine was written in English. So, if anyone want to export this machine to their respective countries, they must learn English to understand how to use that tool. This makes the utility of English was more widespread. Okay, the third reason: Mount Tambora eruption. The influential French emperor who conquered almost all of Europe finally had to bend his knees at the Battle of Waterloo in June 1816. Bonaparte's defeat ultimately changed the course of European history, but how would have thought the unfriendly conditions experienced by Bonaparte were caused by natural forces thousands of kilometers away? Who knows? The impact of the eruption of Mount Tambora on Sumbawa Island, which killed around 100,000 people 2 months earlier. In addition, the Tambora eruption also had an impact on decreasing global temperatures, which resulted on crop failures and famine. This natural phenomenon is known as the year without a summer. According to Dr. Matthew Jones from Imperial College London, he found that volcanic ash from the Tambora eruption was electrified and cold shortened in the ionospheric electric current, the upper layer on the atmosphere, which is responsible for cloud formation. So the result was the formation of clouds, which were then followed by heavy rains across Europe and led to the defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte. Okay, the fourth reason: the impact of the First World War. At the time, the language that was commonly used by German scientists After the First War, Belgian, French, and British scientists boycott German and Austrian scientists. Also read, Indonesian has fulfilled most of the language requirement of instruction in Southeast Asia. They are not allowed to attend various conferences and cannot publish their work in Western European journals. As a result, there are two scientist communities. The first in German. While the two communities in Western Europe speak English and French, when the United States went to war in 1917, there was an anti-German wave in the United States, even though most of the people of the United States control German. German is considered a criminal offense in 23 countries. At the time, people were not allowed to speak German in public, on radio broadcasts, or teaching children. As a result, many scientists do not understand foreign language. At the time, science in the United States had begun to take over the world. The next reason is the technological development. Still related to economic and business developments in the United States, which are accelerating. At the same time, the internet was created in that country. This makes all kinds of computer equipment and its content made in English, starting from software to hardware, from computers made in English. In fact, even computers' keyboard use the Latin alphabet, use that language. In society, English is also developed through music, film, telephone, radio, television, and the internet. This media allows young people to access English language content produced by various English-speaking countries, complete with subtitle or subtitles. This makes it easy to learn English informally outside of government and economics. Therefore, when other countries want to buy computer product from America, like it or not, they have to adopt to use English by learning it. That way, they can keep abreast of technological development that are developing from America. Therefore, the use of English is getting bigger and wider globally. Okay, thank you for your attention. I'm sorry for my many mistakes, and I wanna tell you, don't unsub this channel because we're gonna back at the next semester. So, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.